What's going on, guys? This is Zach Adkins, and in this video, we're going to talk about should JamesLaBrie retire? Let's get to it. All right, so it's really no shock to anybody at this point that DreamTheater is back together with Mike Portnoy. Pretty killer. They released a new song, Night Terror. Great song. I was super stoked to hear it. I think it's very DreamTheater-y, if you want to call it that, if that is an adjective. But was it a song that was pushing any boundaries? Absolutely not. And that's okay. You know, let's just take a step back for a second and say, like, that's all right, too. They are trying to, like, get everybody on board with Portnoy being back. You know, the whole thing with Mangini going, and now Portnoy's in again. And then they wanted to probably play it a little bit safe. They wanted to kind of play something that reminded you of almost all of their era. So that's totally fine. They're on tour now, the 40th anniversary celebration. They're in London, and they just had their opening night a couple nights ago. I think it was very well received, and it should have been, because, you know, it's a huge moment in the DreamTheater history, and the band sounded killer. John Petrucci sounded great. Of course, Portnoy, you know, he's been drumming with like 1,000 groups since he left this band, so it's not like he took all this time off and is just getting back into it, so he's clean. Jordan Rudess, my boy, my bro, my guitar student a little bit, not really, but kinda. I've showed him a couple of things, and he's getting better, but that's all right, neither here nor there. Of course, you know, I actually don't really know much about John Myung. I think he's basically happy and mad and sad and excited, but not really all the time, but also never. Everybody is in agreement with that. The band came in and hit it hard. Everybody's stoked about it. There is some controversy now because people were not impressed with JamesLaBrie's vocal performance. I want to play a little clip here from the opening night. You'll see where JamesLaBrie is struggling, and it just kind of is what it is, but let's listen really quick. Now, I'm not going to sit here and try to gaslight you and say, that's just as good as it's ever been. I don't know what you're talking about. It is very obvious that James is struggling to sing, especially on these older tunes where he was just belting these high E notes, F sharps, like they're just killing it, crushing it. He is struggling. He is having a difficult time singing those songs, but the new songs, he nails them just fine because they've kind of compensated over the years to help his voice shine through without him hitting his like absolute maximum peak. There's a lot of comments and a lot of people like upset that, you know, James is singing with them still. It's like, I don't know why you would have James here. You know, he can't sing anymore. He's not hitting the right notes. How could you charge money for this? It's pretty incredible how mean people can be. My main opinion about the entire thing is this: shut the fuck up. Shut your mouth. Don't you disrespect JamesLaBrie like that, all right? Not in my fucking presence. This guy has been crushing it for 40 years. He's been singing longer than a lot of us have even been on this earth, me included. He has completely destroyed his vocal cords over years and years and years of singing every night, making albums, just being a badass, and then now all of a sudden, you know, God forbid, at age 60 years old, he's a little tired, you know, his vocal cords are a little bit, you know, worn, and we're going to sit here and go, nope, he just needs to leave the band. To hell with him. This is why you're all divorced, okay? Let's get real. You know, you have your spouse, your wife, or whatever, she starts showing a couple little wrinkles on her face, she starts having little sags here and there, skin isn't quite as toned as it used to be, and you're like, guess I need to go get a fucking new girlfriend, fucking kick her out. Come on. Like, are you kidding me? The person that stood by you through thick and thin, through sickness and in health, and you're just like, well, nope, I'm fucking old now, so I'm just going to go get something new. Shut up. That's why you all are miserable and divorced in your life, because this person, JamesLaBrie, has been with you through thick and thin, and through sickness and in health. Who was there for you when your girlfriend broke up with you, if you even had a girlfriend, because you were listening to Dream Theater, so the chances of you having a girlfriend's kind of low, but she breaks up with you, and you go and listen to Dream Theater, made you feel a little better, didn't it? Yeah, it did. And now, because the guy cannot help that Father Time has come out of nowhere and said, nope, you're old, and you're tired, and you're just like, no, I don't want him in the band anymore. Fucking bye. Can't believe they'd keep him in the band. Don't you ever disrespect JamesLaBrie like that. Let me remind you, we're going to go through a couple of clips here, and this is brought to us by Crazy Singing by Mark Ajax. He already posted 6 impossible Dream Theater vocal lines. He's already isolated the vocal cords, so I'm going to remind all of you motherfuckers out there exactly who the fuck JamesLaBrie is and how you need to watch your mouth. This first one is from Take the Time.
If his obsessions were suppressing that he feels must tend to hell.
You could spend your whole life trying to have vibrato like that, and you would fail miserably. He's got another one in here that's super badass. We're saving it till the last one because it's so killer. But let's go to this next one. Get in touch with me. Sick. Let's go to another one. Learning to Live. Those vocal lines. This is the JamesLaBrie that brought it home. This was from Under a Glass Mood. Listen to this. You don't just get that kind of like raspiness, power behind your voice, and that killer wide vibrato. That's the kind of torture he's put his vocal cords through for 40 years, and you're just ready to bail on him? Get out of here. I understand that you go to a show and you're hoping to get the absolute best of the best, and but it's never going to sound like the recording, and nor should it. Because if it's supposed to sound like the recording, then just stay home and listen to the recording. I gotta calm myself down. JamesLaBrie is not 20 or 30 or 40 years old anymore. He's 60, 61. His vocal cords are tired, man. And here you are just ready to bail on it. No. We need to fucking have some respect for what's happening in this situation. All of you do. And don't even at me in the comments. Don't even get in there and be like, shut up. I don't even want to hear about it once. Not even one time. Don't even leave that comment on my fucking post. Well, leave a comment either way. I don't care. Here is a compromise, right? That I don't know if they would ever do this or not, but let's say, okay, James is like, I just cannot hit these notes anymore. I'm tired. My throat hurts. This is not going well. Guys, I don't know if I should do it. Let's just say that's going on in his mind. Here's what you do. You pull an Elton John. You go from being the Elton John hitting all those high notes to the Elton John that just kind of stays in that bassy tone. He's like, you kind of have that, like that range of vocals. Don't hear my brother, you are older than me. That's what JamesLaBrie could do. He could come in here and sing those lower harmonies. He'd have to learn, because he's been doing it this way for so long. He could play some of those lower harmonies, that lower vocal line, or even an octave lower, and still have it. And then right off to the side, like you got Jordan Rudess over here, John's over here in the front, so there's kind of this distance between the two of them because he's back here with the drums. Right behind Petrucci, you could have a female vocalist come in as an added member. Maybe she's a full-time member, maybe she's not, but she's just there, and she sings all of the stuff that James used to sing. She's just there adding the support of those tones. I think that's a great compromise because JamesLaBrie still has energy. He's still jumping and running around on the stage. He's got a great presence. I just believe that he's struggling to hit these notes, and it's like, dude, just don't. Maybe lower it a little bit, hit those other things, and just put a backing singer behind you. I mean, a ton of bands do that. Even like Motley Crue does it, where they got those like girl singers. They're singing all the high parts and stuff. Look, you got to do what you got to do. And I don't think I think you would get way less backlash if you did that. If you just brought in somebody else, not replace them with somebody else, because once you start replacing people with other people, you lose your fan base, right? Because you wouldn't get behind that. It'd be like, oh, that's kind of weird that James isn't in the band anymore. Keep him there. Sing. Do your thing. Be the front man. and then have her come in and sing all those nice lines, and then you get the vocals from the record too, but then you still get that live performance that James is going to bring, and his energy too. That would be a compromise. They probably won't do it, but that, I think that a lot of people would get behind that, and I don't think you get very much flack for that at all. That's what I feel about the situation. And I think that we just, in all seriousness, we need to just have a little bit of kindness in our heart, all right, for somebody that's just, he can't help that he's 60 years old and that he's trashed his freaking body for 40 years, giving you a great performance. And the second he's kind of half struggling with it, you're ready to pull the plug. Like, dude, come on. Let's be way nicer than that. Let's be better people than that. And show the support and go see the band. I'm going to go see him in March in Denver. I'm super stoked. If you're going to be at the Denver show, hit me up, message me, comment down below. I'll get you my email and we'll meet up. We'll say hi. Have a great time when I go to Denver in March, I think is when it is, March 6th. Anyway, that's my take on it. I don't give a shit what your take is on it. I'll see you in the next video.